Yoga with Ann Allen, Ann Tyler Allen here, and here is just one option for a daily practice. I'll try to give alternative poses throughout, but of course, as always, if anything is too challenging for you, please listen to your body and just dial it back a little bit. All right, stand with the feet hip distance apart, insides of your feet parallel, lifting through the top of your head, nice and tall. Inhale and exhale, turn the palms forward, aim those thumbs back. Nice, tall, Tadasana pose. Inhale and exhale. Let's go ahead into those goddess hands. Once again, aiming those thumbs back. Inhale and exhale, extend the arms out to the side. You can really feel those shoulder blades pulling down your back. Rotate the wrists a little bit, aim the thumbs down and the pinkies up a little bit. Inhale and exhale, close the eyes. Wait for the plane to pass. And come up on your toes, open your eyes. Nice little balance pose. Aim those thumbs a little bit further down. Mine don't go very far, but I really feel it in my shoulders. Staying up, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale up, exhale down. Okay, let's go ahead into our sun salutation. So coming to the front edge of your mat, standing nice and tall, lift through the top of your head. Feet are hip distance apart, hands at heart center. Inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Reach up, bend your knees. Exhale, save your backs. And come into a bent knee forward fold, tuck your chin to chest. Inhale up, flat back. Lengthen your spine, legs can stay bent if you'd like. Push the tailbone back. Inhale and exhale, hands down to the mat. Walk out to plank. Nice long plank. Inhale and exhale, come to a side plank. So right hand down, left hand up. And left hand down. And right hand up. You can lift the hip too if you'd like to get a little extra waist work. And down, pressing through your toes. Bend the elbows right next to your side and come down through Chaturanga Dandasana. And remember, you can always take this into a low cobra right here. And you can also look up. Tuck your chin to chest and come into your down dog. Remember, your down dog, especially the first one of the day, can be a nice bent knee down dog so that you have a nice shoulder placement. Hands are at the edges of your mat so that you feel a nice gliding of the shoulders. And bring your feet together and raise that right leg way up and back. Come up onto your toes, bend your knee and swing it through. Now, I don't quite make the perfect swing through, and you might even be standing up and placing it, whatever you need to do to come into your lunge. Okay, once you get nice and stable, come up to a balanced lunge. Inhale and exhale, draw that back heel down. So now you've got this knee, it wants to creep inward. You want to make sure that it doesn't. So make sure that the knee goes out and it's either behind your ankle or right over your ankle. But you pick which is best for you, okay? Before we go into Warrior One, I want you to pull up, nice long spine. Reach up nice and tall. Aim that outside foot down. Front knee back. Okay, lifting tall, inhale and exhale. Come to your Warrior One. If this is tugging on your back a little bit, there is no harm in leaning a little bit forward. Inhale and exhale to Warrior Two. Looking forward, I want you to reach forward with your torso only as far as you can, and then turn that palm up and aim that right arm just straight up to the ceiling first, straight up to the sky. Reach up and then see if you can go back into a reverse warrior. Make sure you're not aiming this way or you're not arching into the back. And then everybody straighten the leg no matter where you are. You can flex that foot if you want to work a little on balance. Hope you can't hear my stomach, it's growling. And bend that front knee, come back to warrior two. Squeeze those shoulder blades together just a little bit, and then bring that right elbow to your right knee. Once again, aim that arm straight up to the ceiling, up to the sky. Reach the outside foot really deeply into the mat. Don't let it curve up. Nice long spine, inhale, and then exhale, reach up and over. If anybody wants a little extra ab work, you can bring that opposite arm up. Make sure you're not turning forward, staying side. And then everybody straightens that front leg. Inhale and exhale. Now again, you may not be coming down this far. You may be here. That's fine. So you go to whatever position is best for you. Inhale and exhale, elbow to knee. Reach that left hand straight up to the ceiling. Make sure the outside of that left foot is reaching down. And then draw that left hand behind you. If you can go here, that's fine. On the low back is fine. And you can go all the way over to the top of that right knee. Make sure the right knee isn't curving in. Keep it pulling out to the outside. And think of opening that left hip back. And inhale, reach up. Firmly connect both feet with the mat. And exhale, come back to your warrior two. Warrior one. Okay, we're gonna work balance. That heel up and back. Balance lunge. Hands down. And lift that right leg up and back. All the way up. And come back to plank. Press through your toes. Bend your elbows right next to your side. And into either that low cobra or up dog. And down dog. Once again, there's no harm in bending the knees so that your back can get nice and straight. And go ahead and walk your feet to your hands. Bending your knees so it's a nice position for your back. Pulling those feet apart a little bit, engage your belly, and reverse swan dive. And press the hands down through heart center. Okay, let's go to the other side. I'll come this direction. Okay, as I say, pull up those spandex tights. All right. So, all right. Hands at heart center. Inhale. And exhale. Push the air out. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and bent knee forward fold. Inhale up, flat back. Maybe or maybe not you straighten your legs. Depends on where you're feeling it today. Exhale, forward fold, hands down. And walk out to plank. Side plank. And other side. And go ahead and press through Chaturanga Dandasana. Elbows close to your side. Into up dog. Or remember that low cobra. Tuck your chin to chest. And down dog. Pedal out your feet. Wiggle your hips a little maybe. Remember to squeeze those shoulder blades together. And feet together. Raise the left leg all the way up and back. Reach up. Bend the knee and knee to the nose and get as far through as you can. So again, you can just stand up, put the leg in, come into a lunge. Okay. Once you're nice and stable, come to your balance lunge. Work and balance is always important. Back heel down. Take a minute. So that outside of that foot is reaching down as far as you can. This knee is pushing out. So you can have the knee back a little bit so that you're only partially bent. You can come forward, but I don't want you to go in front of that knee, okay? Outside of that foot is reaching down. This knee is reaching out. All right. And get nice and tall in the torso, okay? So just still lift from the top of the head. This knee's pushing out. This hip is trying to pull back. Outside of the foot's reaching down. I know, a lot of instructions. So here we go, into warrior one. Inhale, and exhale into warrior two. Reaching your torso only forward, so you're not bending the knee. Reach, 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 reach. When you can go no further, turn the palm up, and reverse warrior. No matter how far back you go, straighten that leg. Reach. And bend the knee. All right, come back to warrior two again. And reach the torso forward again so you can go no further. And then elbow to knee. Okay, so this knee's still pushing out. That foot is still reaching down. I know, I'm broken record. Reach that right hand straight up to the ceiling. Inhale and exhale up and over as far as is comfortable for you. Outside of that right foot is reaching down. Reach that right arm up and over. Make sure the knee doesn't cave in. Push it out. And if you want a little extra abs, you can raise that arm. And the front leg straightens. And draw your left hand down to your thigh, your shin, or your ankle. Keeping that right shoulder stacked above the left. And bend the front knee. Reach that arm up and drop it behind you. See if you can bring it onto your low back. Maybe you can wrap around. And another plank. It's the liabilities of doing it outside. Right arm back up. Engage the belly. And press your feet into the mat. Inhale. And exhale back to warrior two. Warrior one. Back heel up to press it. Balance lunge. Hands down and bring that left leg all the way up and back. And come back to your plank. All right. And press through the toes. And down through Chaturanga Dandasana into your up dog. Or remember, can be low cobra as well. And tuck your chin to chest. And come to down dog. Pedal out those feet. And walk your feet to your hands. Hang in a nice forward fold. Remember, bent knees better if you're having any low back issues. So you can keep the knees bent, or the legs can be straightened if you want a little extra hamstring stretch. Either way, engage your feet on the mat, pull them apart a little bit. Really engage your belly and reverse swan dive. And press those hands down through heart center. The sun has crept in on me just a little bit, but I think we'll keep going with this direction at least. Okay. So we're going to come down to hands and knees. We'll take our hand and foot stretch and a little bird dog. So, in your tabletop, your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. Belly button, not your back isn't lifted, but your belly button is lifted. Okay. So let's stretch the hands and feet. Lean towards your fingertips. You don't have to bring the hips forward. That's just if you need a little extra stretch on the hands. For a lot of people, just leaning forward a little bit is plenty of stretch. And come back center. Rotate your hands around to the outside. So if I'm on the ground, some people can only go like this far. Some people just a 90 degree, but other people can go all the way around. So I'm going to show you all the way around, and once your hands are in position, walk your knees in towards your arms and tuck your toes. Okay? So we're starting to stretch the feet a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to shift our weight over to the right. So depending on how your hands are facing, you'll feel it differently. And then lean back towards your right heel. Back center. And over to that left heel. And left but forward. And come center. And gently peel your hands off of the mat. Here your feet might be feeling like it's already too much. So you can have your hips right up over your knees. That'll lessen the stretch on your feet. You can lean all the way back here, or you can bring your hands back down. So any one of those three is fine. What you want to be able to do is rock your heels together and apart. So trying to get all the way onto the pinky toe and then all the way onto the big toe so heels come together and apart. Okay. And let's go ahead, let's bring the hands back down, tops of the feet back down to the mat. And we're going to try to get as little space between the ankle and the mat. So you're going to really use your upper thigh to press that heel down and ankle toward the mat, okay? And then rock your heels together and apart once again. So you're massaging the top of the foot. You know, and if this doesn't feel like much to you, you might need to lift your knees a little bit. And if that still doesn't feel like enough, you can bring your knees all the way off. Okay, so bring those legs back down, knees back down. Pat out your feet for a minute. Okay, so we're going to take bird dog to cat. So this is helping our upper back. And again, you want to make sure your belly button is lifted toward the spine, not rounding your back, just the belly button lifted up. Okay, wrists right underneath your shoulders. And you're not tilting the head up or down. You're trying to get the neck in alignment with the rest of your spine. Okay. So engage that belly button up towards your spine. Inhale and exhale. Raise that right arm. Thumb up to the ceiling. Now without moving your hips, reach your right arm forward. Nice. Feel the stretch through your right side. Reach, 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 reach. Inhale, and exhale, extend the left leg behind you. Really reach through that left heel. The toes stay on the mat. You're still lifting the thumb up and the fingers forward, not arching the back, not kicking the head up. Belly button's lifted, but the spine is long. Reach that heel away. You can keep your toes on the mat, or you can go for a little extra work. Inhale, and exhale, lift that leg. Reaching, reaching. Remember, belly button pulled in. Reach, 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 reach. Inhale and exhale, elbow to knee. Chin to your chest. Working balance. A little bit of belly. Inhale, reach. We'll take one more. Remember, your toes can be down here if you need to. Reach, 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 reach. And exhale, elbow to knee. Chin to chest. Hand and knee down. Okay, so if your wrists are bothering you, you can come to a fist. That helps alleviate the wrist a little bit. The other thing you can do is you can come to forearm. It's much harder to do, but if you need to, then just do that, okay? Or just come back into child's pose and rest until we're done, okay? All right, hands underneath your shoulders, that belly button pulled up, looking straight down to your mat. Inhale, reach the left arm up, 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 up. I can't go quite as far on this side. I'm not sure what the stress is, but nonetheless, a little lower, that's fine. Make sure you're pressing down with that right hand so you're pressing through that right shoulder. Now, reach the arm forward as far as you can without moving your hips. Inhale and exhale. Extend that right leg behind you. Reach through the hip. Reach through the heel. Getting a nice cross-body fascia stretch is good, 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 good. Inhale and exhale, lift. Pressing through that right wrist, through the right palm. Inhale and exhale, tuck your elbow to knee, chin to your chest. Working balance. And inhale, extend, reach, and exhale, tuck. And hand and knee down. And come on into child's pose. It's okay, you can come through. Okay. We had passersby in the back and they were hesitant. Angel and Perla, you can come through if you want to. Okay, pull yourself on the mat and come into mermaid or knee plank, okay? So, this is your fin back here, and let's go ahead, get the head in alignment with the spine, engage your belly, and now try to come down as slowly as you can. Bring those elbows right next to your side, slowly, 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 good. Once you're all the way down, go ahead and lower your feet down to the mat. All right, so go ahead and keep your hands close to your shoulders and bring your forehead to the mat. I'm gonna keep mine up so I can talk. So your forehead's down on the mat, and now I want you to make sure the tops of your knees and the tops of your feet are facing down to the mat, okay? So glutes are nice and relaxed. Remember, that's the most important thing. Otherwise, it takes over for your back, and you can actually put a little stress on the back if you don't keep the glutes relaxed. Okay, looking down at your mat, take a nice big inhale. On your exhale, glide your shoulder blades together. Inhale again, and exhale, lift head, neck, and shoulders. Your hands are on the mat, but they're not pressing into the mat. So you're gliding those shoulder blades together. My glutes aren't clenched, they're nice and relaxed. Tops of the feet and knees are down. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead and come down, and you'll make a little pillow with your hands and rest your forehead or your cheek on your hands. Okay. So let's take one more. All right. Hands are out to the edges of the mat, forehead facing down. Inhale. And as you exhale, just glide your shoulder blades together. Tops of the shoulders are away from the ears. Inhale. And with those glutes still relaxed, exhale, lift head, neck, and shoulders. And hands as long as it doesn't make your glutes engage, okay? Lift up a little taller if that's available to you. And exhale, come down. Make a pillow with your hands. Forehead rests on your hands. And hands back down underneath your shoulders. Push back and come back into child's pose. Now remember, child's pose doesn't have to have the hips to the heels. For a lot of people, any challenge on your low back or maybe knees, it's uncomfortable. So you can leave your hips up and still bring your head down. So you want to just have your head rest on something, and something that allows you to relax. So knees can be apart, knees can be together. I choose this one, it feels better for my knees. And I often just stack my hands. And just really take the time to just allow your back to relax. And and bring those hands back to the mat. Bring yourself back into all fours. And let's go ahead and come onto our backs. So we'll just take a couple of poses, okay? I was just debating whether I should maybe move a little. All right, so bring your knees into your chest. Rock a little side to side. All right, so let's take just a little bit of hip flexor stretch. Those of you that know my class and know that you can support your low back with a couple of blocks, you certainly can do that. I'm choosing to show it without any blocks just so that people know what they can do. So my heels are in pretty close. So I can't go super, super close, but they're pretty close. And then I lift my shoulders off the mat, squeeze my shoulder blades together, and then allow my arms to drift a little bit further away from my body, okay? Knees, feet, hips are all in one line. If you get your knees coming out like this, it doesn't help stretch the main hip flexor that we're looking for, the psoas, as well. And a lot of people have tight hip flexors, all of them, but especially that psoas can be super tight, and that can pull on the low back. So remember, that muscle connects from in between your legs all the way across the front of your hips and then into the lumbar area. So if it's super tight, you can tend to pull on the low back a little bit. So this is just another way to strengthen and help your back. Well, it's not strengthening, but to help your back. Okay. So let's take a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, tilt your tailbone. Remember, you're tilting the tailbone up, tighten the glutes, and press down into your feet. I am not arching my back. I am tilting my tailbone up. So by doing that, by tightening my glutes, I feel the stretch right here down through the front of my thigh. The minute I come out here, I feel less stretch that way. So you keep them in alignment, knees, ankles, and hips. Tipping that tailbone up as high as you can, really tightening my glutes, pressing my low back into the mat, that direction. Inhale and exhale. Keep the tailbone tipped up, roll the top of your spine down, and then when you get all the way down, you can lower that low back. And bring those knees into your chest, rock a little side to side. Okay, so let's just take a nice twist just to finish out the session. So let's go ahead and straighten that right leg all the way down to the mat. You're flexing that right foot and reach that right foot as far away as you can. And then relax the right leg and hands behind the left upper thigh. Just try to release that hip flexor as much as you can. As I say, it takes a little bit sometimes. And I'm going to turn away from you. I always think it's good to see the backside sometimes, not my backside, but so that you can tell what the body is doing. All right, right hand on the left knee, and inhale and exhale, come all the way up and over. Okay, so I am on my side. If your neck is bothering you, you can always bring a blanket or a pillow or something underneath or a block underneath your head. But I'm going to turn, I'm going to look away from the camera. Inhale, raise your arm up, and you're going to exhale up and overhead. You're trying to lengthen the side, so if you want to, you can take your right thumb, make it into an L, and put that right thumb in the crease of your left hip, and push that left hip away, reaching the left hand as far away as you can. Inhale. Exhale, bring that arm up, release your right hand. Now, turn and look to your left hand. Inhale, reach up, and then exhale, open that arm out to the side. So the left knee and ankle are staying down. Now, it's real easy, maybe, to get the hand down here with that shoulder poking up. So what I want you to do is engage the shoulder blade down the back, and then see if you have any further to twist. Really watch the tension in your low back, making sure that you don't feel a pinch or anything. reach the hand away, and exhale, bring that arm up. Boy, is the sun getting me right now. And hand down to heart center. And bring that right hand underneath the left knee. Come up and come onto your back. And we'll bring the knees into the chest again. Let's go to the other side. Extend that left leg all the way down to the mat. Reach that left heel away. And bring the hands behind the right upper thigh. Relax the left leg. Sun feels good, nice and warm. And then you're really trying to release that right hip flexor. Takes mine a while every time. And then left hand on the right knee and come all the way up and over. So let's go ahead and remember, you can always put something underneath your head here if it's uncomfortable for you to hang down. What you don't want to do is have the chin lifting up or the chin tilting down, okay? So the knee and ankle, if you can see it, are resting on the mat, okay? And lifting that right arm straight up to the ceiling. Inhale, reach up, so you're lengthening through the shoulder. And exhale, reach up and overhead. Reaching the thumb toward the mat. Try not to go forward or arching back. You're trying to go right up at ear level. And then again, I like to take my hand, I put my thumb in the crease of that opposite leg and really pull it away. It helps lengthen the low back a little bit, lengthen through the sides certainly. Inhale. Tighten your belly, and exhale, release that left hand and bring the right arm up. Turn and look to that hand, reaching up. Inhale and exhale, bring it out to the side. Once again, remember, you're not letting that shoulder pop up like this. You're trying to engage the shoulder blade down your back. Inhale, reach away, tighten your belly, and exhale, bring that arm up to the ceiling, reach all the way up, and exhale, bring it down to your side. Take your left palm, place it underneath your knee. I know you can lift your leg without it, but use your arm, and it just helps your back stay nice and relaxed. Come onto your back, and come into your Shavasana. You can keep the knees up. You can come into a long Shavasana. Remember, Shavasana should be comfortable. So if it's cool, you want to have a blanket or something close by. And we'll just be here for a couple of minutes. All right. So closing your eyes. And begin listening to your breath. The rhythm of your breath cycle. Remember, you're trying not to manipulate your breath. Try to just notice it like a wave crashing on the shore and then receding. Don't mind the time. We'll be here for just a little bit. Be well.